coach, Reverend Fiona Laverne. It is going to be a great morning segue. I am going to motivate you. I am going to lift you. I am going to help you be great in your life. Today, we're going to be talking the difference between motivation and grit. Come on now. Not only motivation and grit, but having heart and having grit. Are they the same? Absolutely not. Do we need heart and do we need grit? We need both of them. But if you don't have grit, but you have heart, we can work that out too. So today is going to be an exciting day, and we're going to watch things turn around in your life and work for your favor. It is going to be a great day. I am life coach Reverend Fiona Laverne. Remember, guys, this is a faith-based program. So we're going to be using scriptures. We're going to be using things, excuse me, where did that come from? To help you be great, If you want to be great, just say, I want to be great. There's nothing wrong with being great, but you can be better at being great. Oh, wow. I don't know where that's coming from. It is an allergies. I don't know, but this morning is going to be a great day for you. So come on in the room. And let's do something that is fantastic. We are going to be talking about the heart and having grit. You know, grit is very, very important, and it's powerful to have heart. And this is going to help you be successful. I'm life coach Reverend Fiona Laverne, and welcome to the Good Morning Glory Show. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and let's go. Okay, it is great. I hope you're happy because I am happy. First of all, I just want to start by, praying for those that are in the conflict, in the war zone. Don't forget about those people. If you know anybody, family that's in a war zone, that have children in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, please go and console those people. Go and, talk to them and encourage them that everything is going to be okay. I know it's going to be difficult, but we've got to encourage them so that they don't lose heart and focus about what's going on in their lives and in the lives of their family members. So today we're just going to hit it and we're going to get it. Oh, wow, guys, I'm trying to figure this thing out, but I'm going to get it. Lighting is a little bit off today. Everything's just a little bit off, but we're going to get it. So what is heart? Do you have heart? My son came by this morning, guys, before work. And he's just encouraging me. He's like, Mom, thank you for teaching me to have heart and have grit. Yeah, single parent mom. I can teach somebody how to have heart and how to have grit. Do you have heart and do you have grit? There is a difference, and it's going to make your life great. What is heart? Heart is an emotional courage. Do you have emotional courage? Do you break? Do you have compassion? Do you have anything that's deep on the inside that you care about and it shows up on the outside? That's having heart, right? But there is a reference to centering yourself in the emotions, right? Biblical. Remember, I'm life coach Reverend Fiona Laverne. This is Good Morning Glory Show, guys. Welcome once, welcome twice. And we're going to be talking from a faith perspective about what is the difference between having heart, guys, and also having grit. I'm ex-military. I went in with a whole lot of heart, babies, but they sure crunched me down and made me get some grit. 23 years, I think I got some grit. So let's talk about, like I said, your heart. You have to guard your heart, guys. Guard your heart, for everything you do flows out of it. I know it looks funny, but what's in your heart will show up on the outside. I am just telling you that. And people will take advantage of your good heart. You've got a heart to do something and you're motivated and you're doing that thing and you care about that thing. Look, people don't care about your heart. I'm just saying. The example of having a good heart is like when you stand in the gap for somebody, when you don't, allow people to get hurt. Remember, I said heart is something that it's emotional courage. I think I have a little bit of emotional courage. I tend to get in the way of people, meaning I don't want people to suffer. So I have heart. I will pick up their sorrow. I'm sort of like an empath. So when they feel things, I feel things too. When they cry, I cry with them. When they fight, I'm like, let's fight. I'm behind you 100% because that compassion, that inner me, that inner conviction that I have That is heart. I want people to be better. I want to care about people. I want people to care about themselves, and I want people to care about other people, which doesn't really happen. So having heart. So what is the difference? I told you about heart. Now let's talk about grit. Do you have grit? What in the world is grit? What are you talking about, lady? What is grit? Well, here we go. Grit is something that is very, very, very powerful. Grit is something that is sustained through perseverance. Do you have perseverance? Can you push when everything inside you says stop and go? Or you just say, oh, I'm at my last. Whoop. I'm tired of this. I am tired. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Do you have grit? Do you have grit? Okay, no, I got some grit, y'all. To be a female, yeah, I got some grit. I will not give up. I will not back down. I will stand toe to toe like David and Goliath. Why? Because I'm my strongest when I'm at my weakest. Grit sustains you. Grit is when you are able to persevere and be determined. What are you determined about? What is it over time, despite the difficulty, that you will not quit? You will not back down after your failures, after your pain. What is that you will not back down? That very thing that you keep going is grit. Some people got to have grit in relationships. Oh my God. You got to grit it. I'm not giving up. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to be determined that this thing is going to come to pass. That is grit. That is grit. Well, we have a psychologist named Angela Duckworth. Peace out to Angela Duckworth. Psychologist Angela Duckworth says that grit is having passion and perseverance for long-term goals. What is your long-term goals? Are you going to quit? Are you going to get halfway, 10 years, 11 years, and you're going to quit on it? Grit says, I will never quit. That is what grit says. Grit doesn't back down. I will not quit. You find a way out of no way. That is grit. Are you going to find a way out of no way? So look at somebody, look at yourself, and determine, I may have heart, but if I don't have grit, I need to get grit. So you have to get grit. Grit says, I will not quit. What is it that you had heart about, but you have lost your grit? You know, over years, athletic training, like, after repeated loss, what keeps somebody, skiing down the mountain, falling, breaking bones, breaking your neck, in order to get just a little round gold medal? They train all their life for a little accomplishment gold medal around their neck. You've got to have grit. Grit is that thing that says, if I break my arm, if I lose everything, if I don't have no teeth, I'm starting all over again, and I'm going to finish what I started. Grit doesn't say, I did not graduate high school. Grit goes, go and get that high school diploma. Come on now, that GED. And then grit perseveres. And then grit says, I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. That's grit. My goal is a PhD. My goal is this. That is what grit says. And grit says, I will not quit regardless of repeated loss. Do you have grit? Athletes, they have grit. I mean, track runners. I mean, can you imagine being in the sun and all you do is run all day, every day? Run. And then you get up the next morning, you run, because their focus is their grit. And if you don't have a focus to your achievement, guess what? You are gonna just have heart, and heart is just compassion on display. Heart does not allow you to override and overcome some things. So I have to let you know the difference today so that you could be successful on tomorrow, right? So let's take a look at some other psychological roots that makes a person have heart. Some people don't have heart at all. They will run over you. They will manipulate. They will cut. They will do whatever they got to do to get to the top. That is not having heart. You've got to have heart and grit that go hand in hand together. So if a person doesn't have heart, this is how you get heart. So you have to secure your attachment, right? That means you got to get to connect to people. You got to understand what love feels like, what emotional value feels like when people value you, emotion. You have to have what we call emotional intelligence. That was a big thing a couple months ago. Emotional intelligence means that you think about stuff before you do it, and you think methodically, and you think rationally, and you think clearly about things. You don't let your feelings get in the way of negativity. Even though somebody's treating you like mud, crap on the bottom of their feet, that's not how you treat them, because you have emotional intelligence. You can see beyond the parameters, and you can see beyond where they're at. Why are you going to act like a 5-year-old? If you talk, I see people argue with 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds. The 5-year-old says, "No, I'm not doing that," and the person comes down to the 3-year-old level. "Well, look, this is what you're going to do and what you're not going to do," and this is a 3-year-old saying, "No, no," and this goes on for like 15, 20 minutes. "I'm going to put you in a corner. I'm going to discipline you. Stop talking about what you're going to do. Have heart to do it." So if you're a person that doesn't have heart, you have to develop empathy. Empathy is one of the things that puts you in the place of feeling what other people feel. Some people have sympathy. They say, "I'm sorry." They don't like what's going on, but they will never, ever, ever put themselves in your place. Come on now. To feel what you're feeling. Come on now. This is the Good Morning Glory show. We are going to just shine some light on some stuff today. I am going to expose the difference between heart and grit. Some people are like, "I got grit. I got heart." You may have heart, but you don't have no grit. And heart without grit ain't going to get you. Oh, I shouldn't say ain't going to get you. That's not proper English. Isn't going to get you where you need to be. And I need you to get there. So to get heart, you have to develop empathy. You got to be able to feel what other people feel. That's part of you achieving and accomplishing what you need. You got to have strong moral. If you're going to have heart, y'all, excuse me, you got to have strong immoral identity. Some people ain't got no moral identity. Look, we know who those people are in the office, right? They say one thing and they do a whole nother. Like, we don't read them. We know you ain't got no moral ethics. You will cut my throat. You will throw me under the bus. I'm just saying, work environment. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. But if people have heart, those are the people that are going to be achievable. They're going to accomplish some stuff, but you have to have a strong moral identity. When people look at you and people look at your life, they're going to say, "Hey, that's a moral person. Okay, I can follow them. I can get behind them." But if you are not morally sound, they're going to take you for granted. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to just say, you know how they do it, but they never move forward with you in life. I'm just saying, I need some happy music. Do you need some happy music? Because I know this is not a good conversation. Let's get happy right quick. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's get our happy on today. Yeah, that sounds like a circus music, y'all, but that's okay. My sound is not working. This is what they loaded up for me. So look, I'm going to ride with it. So let's continue on the difference between grit and having heart. That's why some of you are stuck. Hey, Mark, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Victoria. Glad to have you join us this morning. Hey, look, I got some professionals in the room. I got some psychologists. I've got some professionals in the room. Y'all check me and tell me if I'm telling right. Come on now, because look, I'll be doing my study trying to get this stuff right so people can grow strong, right? So if you're gonna have a heart, you gotta understand the meaning of your life, the meaning of your life, the purpose of your life. Why are you here? You're here to make people's life better. I'm just saying, that's having heart. That ain't you. Some people here for the money. Some people here for friends. Some people here for a party. Some people don't even know why they're here. But if you have heart, right, you will become valuable to people, and that will make you become brave. That will make you become loved, and that is what's going to help you move forward and help people move forward. This is what happened. What makes a person have grit? When a person have grit, they have a growth mindset. They're able to grow. They're able to morph. They're able to move when they have grit. They believe that the impossible can happen. They believe that you can improve. Uncle Sam in the military, yes, they will give you some grit. They will change your mindset. They will make you believe in the impossible. Ooh, I can speak on that, y'all. Y'all see that? That big star retired U.S. I've been through some stuff, y'all. That's why I have grit and heart. I've learned to love people. I've learned to love myself. I've learned that in order to help people, you got to have heart. So if you're going to have grit doesn't mean that you're always on top. Grit means that you have to delay your gratification in order to achieve and accomplish. You got to be able to delay your gratification. That means you in the struggle right now, and you're not worried about what you going to have right now because you know you got to grind to get it later. Grit has a delayed gratification. Grit requires resilience training, meaning that you learn from your failure. The military is, resilience. Oh, you didn't get them push up right? You better get down and you better keep pushing up until you get it right. See, that's what having grit is that you have to put yourself in through resilience training. What is resilience training? Learning from your failure. When you learn from your failure, y'all don't understand what David in the Bible went through when he faced Goliath. The whole army was afraid of this one little force that had a brag, a talk. You better get back. I will kill all of you. That's how Goliath. We all have a Goliath. That thing that talks back to us and say, look, you're not going to accomplish, you're not going to have, you're not going to grow, you're going to be here, and I wish you would try to push me out of the way. Financial Goliath, emotional Goliath, relationship Goliath, spiritual Goliath, family Goliath. We have all these different variety forces or form of a giant. We'll talk about what giants are at another Good Morning Glory show. But we got to talk about this thing, y'all, because where you got to go is not going to require heart anymore. Heart is beautiful, but you got to get this grit. You got to delay your gratification. You got to have a growth mindset, believing that you can improve. Come on now. Things are going to get better. You have to condition yourself to resilience training, meaning you have to learn from your failure. Hey, Antoinette, have you learned from your failure? Pay your bills, and if you want to have a house, a car, if you want to be able to have commercial property, if you want to do all this kind of stuff, you got to fall into the systems that require you to be resilient. Yes, you pay your bills, so it is going to take time over time to get where you are. Y'all, I'm just going to be honest. I had one credit card was like $3,000 some odd dollars. And I was just like hitting a little bit off here, hitting a little bit off here, hitting a little bit off there, trying to play that, being resilient, learning from my failure. But I was trying to trick myself. Those people are like, no, we want our money. All of it. And I was like, what do you mean all of it? I'm paying. They're like, nope, you've had too many years and you have not shown effort to be resilient in this thing. I thought I was being resilient, a little here, a little here, a little here. No. They wanted their money. So what they do, I'm just saying, they garnished my wages. I'm telling you, they garnished. They went in there and took, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm just saying, learn from failure. Took all that money. So if you are charging stuff, and you are not paying it off, you made an oath. You made a promise. You made integrity. Do whatever you got to do. The Bible says to free yourself from death. So what that means over time, that $3,000, that $20,000, that $12,000, that all them credit cards you got. Look, if you're not disciplined and you know you're going to keep charging over it, cut them babies up. You can always get credit cards when you get credit. I had a friend, she just gave her a $40,000 limit. She's like, I don't want no credit card. But she doesn't believe in debt. She believes in paying all what she got. I'm just using that as an example. Come on with it, Reverend Fiona. Get yourself together, y'all. Get it together. That includes me. So if I want grit, I have to be what? Resilient in my training from my failures. If it didn't work then, it ain't gonna work now, y'all. I'm just saying it's not gonna work. If you're working with failure, come on now. If you're working with failure, it's not because it's failed. It's because you have not been resilient to learn from your failure. You keep doing the same thing, and guess what you get? Bingo, bingo, bingo. The same result. I can't tell you how many credit cards I've had. I mean, people, I open my wallet, I'm gonna get from this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I can't. I'm not gonna put my business out there, but I call myself protecting myself. So I'm gonna put a little bit of snatch here, a little bit of snatch here, and when times get tough, guess what I do? Go and snatch. No, we're not going to do that no more. We're going to be resilient. We're going to learn from our failure, and we're going to discipline our habits. That's how you got grit. Discipline your habits. Oh my God. For example, I have somebody that's struggling with diabetes, but they love sugar. Yes, you are going to have a struggle. Because what you love is in conflict of what you got to be healthy. So what do you do when that, well, I'm just going to take a little piece just this one time. You know how we do it. Grit. You got to have grit. Discipline your habits. Discipline. Say no to yourself. No, because we talked about delayed gratification. When you have grit, you don't get your promise up front. You get your promise later, and you're disciplined to endure because you know that the promise is coming. Come on. Can I get some hard blip, 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 blip on that? So with grit, y'all listen, y'all got to have long-term commitment to it. Yeah. Ooh, I'm not even going to mention long-term commitment. I cannot send my children back. I'm committed to them, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether they're mean, whether they're sad, whether they're in trouble, whether they're at peace. I'm committed to them because, first of all, they didn't ask to be here. So I have to be committed to that. We are not committed to anything long-term because we don't have goals. Even the military, they force you to be committed. People are ready to quit. People are ready to go AWOL. People are ready to get up out of there. You know what they said? Nope, if you do it, you're going to jail. So the consequences outweighed the commitment that you wanted to quit on. There has to be a consequence that is long-term to the commitment that you've made. Come on now. The long-term commitment I'm going to achieve, I'm going to do. And I know it's coming for you. So you got to have what? Tell me what you need to have. I've got to have what? Grit. Do you have grit? I have grit. I've learned to have grit. And you know what happens? You have grit in some places, but you don't have it in others, right? You may have good grit with your eating. You may have a heart to do right, but you don't have the grit for it, right? So this is what I need you to do. I need you to develop a heart and determination to do and be what you need to be. How about that? So what is the difference, y'all? What is the difference between heart and grit? There's a difference. Now get this, write this down on a sheet of paper. So you know if you got heart minus grit, or you got heart and grit together. Check this out. How grit works together with heart. Heart gives you the passion, right? Grit keeps you consistent. Heart gives you courage. Oh, come on now. Grit gives you endurance. Heart gives you a start the mission. Grit says finish the mission. Oh no! Oh gosh. Okay, I'm getting woo. I'm getting burned in this thing this morning. That was a busy one. Now check this out. Heart without grit. Do you have heart without grit? Guess what happened? You got burnout. I've been burned out. Raise your hand. I've been burned out. Some of you burned out on your job. You burned out on your family. You burned out on yourself. I'm just burned out on life. I'm just burnt out. I've been there, y'all. I am just burnt out. Heart without grit, it burns you out. Now, I'm going to put that fire down in your life today because Grit without heart becomes cold and mechanical. I've been cold and mechanical. I told my son, pray for me today because, you may not like where you are. Ask somebody to intercede, ask somebody to, motivate you, push you to get what you need to get. And you may not know what that looked like, but you have to have, first of all, heart. A deep love for Christ because he is heart. Comes in Romans 9:1-3. You got to have grit that endures, allows you to have endurance. Like Paul was in a prison. He was beaten. He was shipwrecked. Why are you going to go through all those failures and then you're going to go back? Do you know they put Paul in a prison? I mean, a dungeon. I have been to dungeons in foreign countries. It ain't nothing pretty at all. I can't even tell you about a dungeon. But anyway, grit allowed him to endure the shipwreck, the beatings. If you go into 2 Corinthians 11:23-27, you will see all those things that Paul went through. Let me look this up right quick. 2 Corinthians, I want you to know, list all the things that you have went through, and yet still you're in this race called life. You have not given up. Give yourself a kudo, man. You have done a great job. I know people that have been through some life and death situation, but they are still having grit to continue on, right? Now, guess what happened to Paul? Listen to this. How many of you all would have quit the missions, quit the calling, quit, man, forget this? But Paul was a beast, y'all. He says this. He says, 5 times I received 40 stripes. Oh, my God. 40 stripes on your back with a whip. 5 times. Kudos to our forefathers that were enslaved, man. They endured some stuff. Kudos to you. You've endured some stuff. He says, 3 times I was beaten with a rod. What? Once I was stoned. What? Stone means they threw you off a cliff and left you for dead from a big cliff. And then they put big old bolts upon you. And we talk about we gonna quit. It says, and then once he was stoned, I mean, they took pellets, boom. I mean, big old rocks and just hit you. It would be so much force of those stones, they would cut you, bleed you, and they left you for dead. And then it said, and one time he suffered, 3 times he suffered shipwreck, a night and a day. Come on now. Shipwreck in a boat out in the ocean, swimming. And he talked about, I have been night and day in the deep on a log, just swimming in the deep. What? He said, in journeys often in perils and waters, and perils of robbers, and perils of his own countrymen, people coming against him, and perils of his heart being broken, and perils wherever he went in the city, whatever he did on his job, perils in the wilderness, perils in the sea, perils of false brethren. He went through some stuff, but yet still, he said, being weary and painful, right? Hungry and thirsty, cold and naked, yet still he continued to function in the church daily. What? That is my hero. If that is not grit, I don't know what it is. Some of us get a punch in the face by friends, a kick in the throat by family, and we about to quit. Grit. I need you to have some deep grit today, and I need you to know that nothing can work against you having grit. You need to have grit. I'm life coach, Reverend PHEONIA Laverne. Today we're talking about the difference between having heart and grit. And most people have heart, but they don't have grit. They don't have that thing that's deep on the inside to make them push beyond the pressures, push beyond the pain, push beyond the brokenness. They quit on family, quit on marriage, quit on schools, quit on themselves, quit on their children. They just quit because you need grit to get through that, be able to endure some pain while you going through it and not give up, y'all. That is grit. How can they work against each other? Heart and grit, they be fighting with each other. Too much heart and not enough grit is emotional exhaustion. I'm just telling you, too much heart. Oh, I'm just kind and this and that. And people run over you and you run over yourself. It is, yes, it is. It is Blue October. I love it. People just run you over. And if you in reality, I'm just saying, too much heart, enough not grit is emotional exhaustion. You got so much heart for your family. You got so much heart in the church. You got heart. But you are emotionally exhausted, right? Thank you for staying with us, Dr. Victoria. She tapped into us, a psychiatrist. Yes, a psychologist tapped in today. Thank you so much. Hey, grit versus heart. Keep having heart and grit. Love you. She said, I got to go back to work. Ciao. Thank you for taking your lunch break with us. Too much grit and not enough heart. Too much grit, that's me. I got a lot of grit. I need to get a little bit balanced with that heart thing. Too much grit and not enough heart makes you have hardness and burnout and loss of compassion. I've been there. I got to have, my heart being just like trampled on, y'all. I'm just saying. So the balance is the key. That is the key. The key is the balance, right? So this is how the devil breaks down your grit and your heart. Come on now. Remember, y'all, this is faith-based. I'm life coach, Reverend PHEONIA Laverne. So I'm going to use some scriptures. This is the Good Morning Glory Show. God's glory. I'm just saying. So the devil will attack your heart. I don't know how many times your heart has been attacked. Through offenses, through rejection, through betrayal, and through fear. If these things have hit your heart, then guess what? You have suffered a spiritual heart attack. Yes, that has been me. Balance. My heart has been an attack under offenses, rejection, betrayal, and fear. And you know what it does? It drives me away from people. Even though I'm a person of faith, I'd be like on guard. Oh, you coming for me? Why you being my friend? Why you close to me? And it's never failed me. Oh my God. Thanks, Blue October. I appreciate that. It has never failed me yet. I'm like, God, can you send me some people with some heart and some grit? Oh my God. So the thief comes to steal and kill and destroy. So when offenses come, when rejection come, when betrayal come, when fear come, you may still be in those, treading in those waters. I need you to jump up out of those water and get you some grit. Get you some grit. Let me tell you what grit is again, y'all. What is grit? Grit is a sustained perseverance and determination over time, despite the difficulty and despite the pain. That's what I'm talking about. And you got to have it. Remember, heart gives you passion. Grit keeps you consistent. Heart gives you courage. David had a big heart. You got courage. I got courage. But grit gives you endurance. I don't know Kim. Endurance. So heart starts on the mission. How many things have you started and you quit on? Y'all, I got 7 books sitting in a children's books already done. I just got to get them to the publisher. I've done all the artwork. Everything is good to go. I'm like, what? Do you know that you can have a heart for stuff but not finish the mission? Finish the mission. This is for somebody today. I don't know what you started. Go back, pick it up, and finish it. That is grit. Heart without grit burns you out. Grit without heart becomes cold and mechanical. So I gave you how the enemy tries to attack you, and you have not been able to move forward because you've been stuck in offense. You've been dealing with rejection. You've been in betrayal, and you are fearful of all these things happening again, and you're going to get over it, right? So with those things, I don't need you to be discouraged today. You just say, okay, I've been discouraged. I'm not going to be discouraged. The thing about discouragement is nobody will come with you. People won't help you make that bread, but they'll sure enough help you eat it. So you've got to be able, I always talk about my sons. They're like, Mom, you always say you don't need anybody. Well, look, I'm not going to convince you. I've got to have grit to complete this. Okay, I need help. And if you don't want to help, that's fine. There was a young gentleman that was moving into the area where I'm moving, and all these people are passing him by. All of them. I'm a female, y'all. Grit. I got grit. So he's struggling, trying to figure out how to get this sofa in. No, he can't root him. Moving by himself. So I said, okay. I said, let me go upstairs. Let me drop my stuff off, and I'll come back down and help you. Now, there were men all around. I'm not coming for men, but what's the difference between heart and grit? They had a heart. They saw what's going on, but nobody had a grit. Nobody wanted to take time. Nobody wanted to use their muscles. Nobody. So yes, he struggled with my side of the couch, but because my heart, I felt that he was struggling, and he needed help in the middle of the day. There you was, grit. Grit will never allow you to quit. Grit will allow you to just keep on keeping on. So how do people stop you from having your grit and your heart? How do people stop you with your grit self? I'm going to tell you how people stop you. People will stop you from having your grit and your heart, y'all. I have been there. I'm so sick and tired of trying to depend on, oh wow, calls are coming in left and right, guys. Stopping me from having grit. But guess not, nobody can stop you from having grit. You stop yourself from having grit. I have lost some of my grit, but I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get my grit back because, you know, hey, it's just under pressure. Keep on going under pressure, y'all. So I am gonna tell you what that is. Okay, here we go. When people criticize you, yep, your passion gets weighed out just a little bit, right? When people criticize you, when people mock your dreams, yeah, mocking your dreams. Oh, you'll never be this. Oh, give that up. That's when you were younger. People mock your dreams, y'all. Don't let people mock your dreams. When people withhold support, they know they can help you. They know they can invest in you, but they hold out. Hey, man, that will stop you from having grit. You know it. You know it will. It will stop you from having grit, but I don't need you to be stopped by people. I need you to use that, and I need you to infuse that thing. Come on now. And I need you to be able to move forward. Say, I will move forward, and I will not allow what people say, what people do to stop me from going forward, right? I'm almost done. Create unnecessary obstacles. Do you know anybody that creates unnecessary obstacles for you? I know. On your job? Ooh, it does not take all of that. You know you can help me, but you create an unnecessary obstacle. Come on, y'all. That is the things that make you lose heart and make you stop having grit. And you say, I'm going to do it all by myself. I know what I'm talking about. Been there. But we talked about hyper independence a long time ago. It creates that. So they criticize your passion. They mock your dreams. They withhold support. And they create unnecessary obstacles. What has been blocking your grit and your heart? I'll tell you, you will lose heart. You sure will. I'm trying to get back on the heart wagon, y'all. Ooh-wee. It is being quite difficult for me. Okay? So here are some things you need to do. Criticism, you have to learn that people are they can be helpless, right? You can't be afraid of the failure. You can't have an emotional shutdown. You just cannot do it, y'all. Else your grit and your heart will fail you. So I need you to remember that God didn't give you a spirit of fear, but a love and sound mind. You guys can do this. Say, I can do this. This is a very important subject, y'all. When I come to you with this Good Morning Glory show, it is to empower you, equip you, and give you some tools in your toolbox. These are everyday situations that we deal with. I don't talk a lot of nonsense. You know, I talk about stuff that you need to be a better person with a faith-based background. That helps me as a counselor. All this stuff behind me. I think I can help you be great. I think you can be better, right? So you got to continue. This is a military. Get grit. Get you some grit. I see a lot of people of faith don't have grit. Women, y'all got to get some grit, not stubbornness and that type of stuff. No, you got to get some grit, the ability to set a vision and see it long term and finish it and complete it. So how to continue having heart and grit? Guard your heart. You got to be able to guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart. Don't let any old oh, you see, like a decoration. Thank you. I'll be trying. They don't look eclectic, but that's just me. I appreciate it. You have to guard your heart. Don't give everybody your heart, because some people will trample on your heart. Stop giving people your heart. Well, I don't know what's wrong. I hear it from guys all the time. I'm like, in the military, you know, I was like a guy dude, meaning that I led men. So to lead men, woo, Woo! Leading men. Oh my God. Leading men is something else, honey. So women, y'all think y'all be trying to bully these brothers and sisters, brothers. Dude, a real dude will not let you bully him. He will stand toe to toe to you. And then you're saying he's being aggressive. No, let me leave that alone. But anyway, guard your heart. Be able to have a long-term vision. And when you're going to have heart and grit, ladies and gentlemen, you got to expect the hardship. It's going to come. Well, I've been doing this forever and I just can't seem to get to the top. Keep on doing it. And if it's not working, guess what you got to do? Then you got to add something to it, a little bit more push. Don't talk about that you don't have no money, but you're like, I'm tired at the end of the day. Go get a second job. I'm just saying. Oh, God's going to bless me. No, God's going to bless your effort. God's going to bless your grit. God's going to bless your endurance. That's what he's going to bless. Come on now. Don't make my God feel like he's a Santa Claus, alaka boom, 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 and all of a sudden money shows up. But I'm trusting God to have a destiny helper. Yeah, but you got to first help yourself. I'm just saying, I know you don't like that, but that's how it works. You have to build disciplined habits. Come on now. Disciplined habits. If your credit score is not up, pay them people their bills over long periods of time. Get eliminated. Take the biggest one. Start chunking of it. Put $1 or $2. Make a whole list. Look, yeah, they calling you, but I'd rather you spend something on it and not spend nothing towards it. Put $5 here, $5 here, $5 here. If that's all you have, y'all. If not, them people coming for their money. You will get garnished wages, or you will suffer the fact that you can't get a house, you can't buy this, and you will live in a fantasy world. All your money goes to eating because you got to drown your sorrows because you work all week and you got to feel like you've accomplished something. That is just having heart, but you got to have grit over long term. Okay, I cook all my foods because my kids are like, well, let's go out to eat. And I'm like, no, I can cook this food. Let's take that $50, $60 that you were going to spend to buy one meal and buy many meals and cook it. Come on now, I'm just saying. So be disciplined habits. Stay spiritually rooted. I don't know where your faith is. But I know as a person of faith, a follower of Christ, I put my faith. That is a part of who you are. You are a spiritual being. So you have to stay connected to the faith source. Now, I don't know what that is for you because I'm open to the big wide web and people have, they're their own gods. I'm saying, I don't know where your faith is, but I pray as you follow, click like and subscribe. The Good Morning Glory Show, life coach, Reverend PHEONIA LAVERNE. I am a reverend, so I do minister in a church, so a lot of things that you hear from me is really faith-based. I'll talk craziness with you, but I'll reel it back on into the faith, okay? So stay spiritually rooted. You got to find that. Surround yourself with encouragers. Some people like to talk to you all the time, but they're not talking to you to encourage you. They're talking to you and they are draining you. I'm just saying, if you're going to have grit, I can't talk to certain people because it's very negative and they drain me. I'm trying to tell them something that's encouraging and they're like, no, I don't think it's that way. I said, look, no offense, but this is grit coming to you. I'm going to give you my heart. I'm going to give you your grit, but it's hard to turn. A rudder is a hard thing in a ship that turns that a little old thing in the bottom of a boat to turn the whole ship. There are some people that you cannot turn because they refuse to have words of encouragement, words that uplift you. So surround yourself with encouragers. You can do it. You will finish it. You will have it. Don't give up. Keep on going. You're almost there. Keep pushing, aim a little bit higher, get a little bit stronger. That's in any aspect that you want to do, whether it be working out, whether it's improving your house, whether it's, all these things. Aim high. I tell my children, aim for the stars. Aim for the stars. Just go for it, but land on the moon. That you still up there. You're still up there in elevation, right? Aim for the stars. There's nothing too high for you. There's nothing too hard for you. There's nothing that's not reachable that you cannot attain, but you got to have grit to get to it. So surround yourself with encouragement and rest strategically. Don't just quit, but if you have to pause strategically to recenter, refocus, figure where you're going, this is what you do. Discipline produces a harvest of righteousness. That's Hebrews 12:11. Discipline produces a harvest of righteousness. So we're going to close with this and we're going to Let's see the clock. Oh, we're almost at the top of the hour. I am Reverend Life Coach Fiona Laverne with the Good Morning Glory Show. It has been a little struggle with this subject, y'all. It is hard to prepare these subjects every day, Monday through Friday. I'm like, oh my God, what do we say? But we always have we always have something to say. I am going to pray. Somebody asked that I pray for them and their finances. Amen. I pray that you have discipline concerning your finances and let go what you need to let go. I had a car I didn't want to let go. It was an antique car. And I was like, oh my God, I got in a financial crunch. And I kept holding on that car, holding on that car. And my son is like, sell it, Mom. And I'm like, you don't understand. This car is valuable. Long term. He says, long term is valuable, Mom. But right now, you are invaluable. You are crunching, and this will help you get your head above the water. So do what you must. Everything is replaceable. If you feel like you have to give up something to get something, that is grit. You can, once you get to that higher level, you can buy whatever you want, go wherever you want, but you have to, if you're living, this is just a sidebar. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're just living to work and not living to endure, to experience the blissfulness of life, then you have to reevaluate and you have to do some things a little bit different. You got to have grit to get to where you need to do. So this is what I'm going to talk with you and motivate you in this closing speech, if you will. Something that's going to help you understand what it is to have grit and to have heart, right? This is how it grows. Everybody's always doing this little thing about have heart. You got to understand what that is, right? So you are not created to live numb. You are not created just to be in this world to be numb. God placed something inside of you that no one or anything can replicate. Only you can achieve it. Only you can have it. Only you. People may have different forms of it, but only you can do that. I need you to go to your grave empty. I need you to do everything that's in your heart. Will nobody help me? I told you all of those are things that, that messes with your heart, but you got to have grit. Come on now. I promise you. I tell folks all the time, that cell phone and add up all them apps you got on your phone. You're paying an extra $50 for it. I'm just saying. And people don't even call you. I'm just saying. But God placed something inside of you that no one can replicate. It's only one of you, and only you can do it. Your heart is your fire. That's why you got to protect your heart. Out of the wellspring of your heart flows the issues of life, right? So you got to protect your heart, y'all. Protect it. It is the place where your vision is born. I have so much vision. Oh my God. My mind is always like, you could do this, you could do that, you could do that, and you could do that. And that's my heart. And the grit is like, no, you can't. You got too much on your schedule. Everybody's like, oh, you're always so busy. But guess what? We all have the same 24 hours a day, Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We all have the same days is what I do with my day. That makes it accomplishment for me to have it. I have to accomplish stuff on the daily. I still got to go work out, y'all. In my schedule, I was like, oh my God, where am I going to find time to do that? Well, I'm going to make time because it's important for me. I got to have grit, right? So God places something on the inside of you that no one can replicate. Your heart is your fire. It is the place where vision is born. Don't let nobody mess with your heart, y'all. Don't let nobody crunch your vision. Don't let them not be, be dagger throwers to your vision, because they ain't doing it. They're not going, they're not growing, they are stuck. And they will leave you stuck in their same ungrowing world. I know y'all don't like what I'm talking about, but grit must heart. I got to push you out of complacency. I got to push you all and get your mood heart right. Remember back in the day, we used to have those mood rings. I love them. I can't find them nowhere. We were kids and we wear the mood rings, and that, based on the heat in our body, it will determine where we are, right? So I need you to really look at your life and your heart, determine what kind of mood where you are. Are you going to get it, or are you going to sit down on it? So the enemy wants you wounded. So the enemy of our faith, like I said, we are faith-based. So we believe in the devil. We believe in dark forces. We believe those things that come against us in the spiritual realm to hinder and block us, along with people and their hearts that are not focused in the same direction that we are. So the enemy wants to wound you. So you have to be guarded up, right? And not shut down from your vision, right? Don't let nobody take it out of your heart. Be guarded up. You can do it. The business, you can do it. The greater you can do it. the talk show, whatever, you can do it. Don't do it like nobody else. Just do it like you. Just do you. Do you. The old saying back in the day, do you, boo? Just do you. So God wants you to be alive. God wants you to live. God wants you to accomplish. Like David, you may not look like a warrior. Remember David that fought the giant? He may didn't look like a warrior, right? But he carried a conviction in his heart. He did. He was like, you are not going to defy the armies of the Lord. So carry your conviction in your heart. Don't let nobody block you, stop you. Don't let your abuse, your past, your negative words, you'll never be nobody look at you, you this and that. Don't worry about what people say. You worry. Yeah, prove them wrong. Get that grit in you and prove them wrong. You don't need to be the biggest armor, okay? Carry the biggest sword or carry the biggest shield. You don't need to do any of that. All you have to do, y'all, is carry the biggest belief that you can do it. Carry the biggest belief that you can do it, right? So guard your heart. Don't allow betrayal. Look at what's going on with my mouth. I'm at the wrong mouse, y'all. Don't allow betrayal to get you. Come on now. Don't allow it to get you. Don't allow the pain. Don't allow, because if you still live in that stuff, you're still a victim. You know, we're going to be starting stuff for men and women that have been touched inappropriately, growing up, suffered abuse, that have never had a chance to say anything. We're going to be able to talk to you in an intimate way. And I'm gonna plug y'all in so I can see your face and encourage you and have you. I am residing in Jacksonville, Florida. We're gonna be having pop-ups. If you are monitoring us from Jacksonville, Florida, we're gonna have pop-up meet and greets where we just talk, greet, and get on out there, drink some coffee, and have the Good Morning Glory show go live and other places, the beaches and stuff like that. So we want you to be a part, be a part of that. So what I'm saying is, what does this say? Okay. You may not look like a warrior, but you carry conviction, carry that. You don't need big armor. You just got to drive an armored truck. I'm just saying, this stuff be coming to me, y'all. I be like, what are you saying, girl? But anyway, guard your heart. Don't let betrayal make you bitter. Make you better, right? Yes, parents failed you, family failed you, high school failed you, your job failed you, people that depend on fail you. It's just failure, people and not you. So don't become bitter. Just become better. Yeah, we can become a better version of you. I sent this out to somebody today. What time is it? Okay, I got to pick up somebody. Don't let disappointment make you silent. Don't be silent, y'all. Your heart is proof that you are still alive. Don't feel your heart. Oh, Jesus, we can't listen to that. Where did that come from? See, that's why you just can't trust these people. They be cussing on the music and everything like that. They just betrayed me. Y'all forgive me. That's not my background. That's not what I do. Just popped up on my music, my copyright free music. Oh, Jesus, Lord, forgive me. But anyway, we not listening to no hip hop stars that want to be stars. Just saying anything out their mouth. That is not me. So let me apologize for that. If you heard any profanity in that that's not me. I'm trying to get some happy, epic music. Things are off track today, but guard your heart. Don't betray. Don't be betrayed by bitterness. Don't let disappointment make you silent. Your heart is proof that you're still alive. Stay alive. Grit is what you do when nobody's applauding you. Grit is what you do when nobody is applauding you. Grit is what you do when nobody is applauding you. Oh, wow. Well, nobody applauds me. I just got to have grit. If nobody applauds you, say, baby, you're doing a good job. Come on now, let's keep going. Guess what? Give yourself a hand. Some of you need a hand today. Journey to the stars, baby. Shoot for the moon and land on the stars. That is what we are going to do today. We are going to land on the stars, y'all. Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready to land on the stars? I am. So we're almost done. I'm trying to get to the top. One more minute. Joseph was betrayed, imprisoned, and forgotten, but he stayed consistent. He was like, I'm getting about this prison. Stay consistent, y'all. Get up out that mess that you're in. Get up out of it. Stop staying in the mess. Get out the mess, y'all. I'm getting out of the mess. Thank you, Lord. Um, but stay consistent in getting out, right? Grit says that this is not the end of your story. This is not the end of y'all's story. It's just beginning, y'all. I'm about to put on my 59th birthday. You guys have no idea. Well, if you're over 59, you understand what I'm going through, and you're in your 50s. You'd be like, oh my God, it's here. How did I get here? You know, so Grit says this is not the end of my story. Look at somebody say, hey, this is not the end of my story. It's just the beginning of my narrative. Woo, woo. When you feel like quitting, remember Galatians 6:9. If you do not think, you will reap. I need you I need you to win. How many people need to win? I need you to win today, not tomorrow, like win right now. Look at yourself and say, I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. I'm going to win. I am going to do this thing. I am going to win. Grit says that this is not the end of my story. I am going to win. Thank you so much. When you feel like quitting, remember, if you do not think, you will reap. The difference between a winner and a quitter isn't talent, it's endurance. Endurance. Woo, y'all wanted to quit so many times. Excuse me. I wanted to quit so many times. But there is a difference between winners and quitters. Isn't talent, it's endurance. I know you got endurance. You may bend, but you will not break. Heart makes you care deeply. Grit makes you stay deeply committed. Together they make you spiritually dangerous. I am dangerous. Yes, you can have both. And when you do, you will not just start strong, you will finish strong. It is being quite a session today. So I need you to be motivated, y'all. Have heart and have grit. The two have to go together. Heart without grit means that you'll start and you won't finish. This is how we're going to finish today. We are at the top of the hour, the noonday hour. It has been an amazing, amazing day. This has been a hard subject to talk about. Grit and heart. Because I need to get some more grit. How about you? Well, I am life coach Reverend Fiona Laverne. It has been a special treat having you all join us today and sticking with it. Please click like and subscribe. If you are following us on YouTube, please feel free to join us. We got the prayer tonight. We have Monday night fight night prayer. Join us back to, it's not Monday night. What am I doing? Y'all, I tell you, I'm all over the map. I've got so many things going on. But join us tomorrow, same time, same back channel, the Good Morning Glory Show. We're glad to have you here. Such an honor. Blue October, thank you so much for staying with us. Who else we got? We got Blue October, and we have Mark Ford. Thank you, Mark. And Antoinette, thank you all so much for just listening to what I got to say. You know, life experience gives you something. Thank you, Pastor Doris, for stepping in today. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Victoria, for journeying with us. Thank you, my other pastor friend, for following us. Y'all be in dark mode. Y'all don't want to know people you are. I'm not calling your name out. I'm just saying thank you for your support. Join us tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time. I'm life coach Reverend Fiona Laverne with the Good Morning Glory Show. Talk to you then. God bless.